class number 2. This is your math video for this week. What you are doing in your telling time and coin packet is review from the past 2 weeks. So I purposely did the video a couple of days later because I wanted you to try to work on this and see how well you do. The last page, the one that says 10 on the bottom, that's your quiz, front and back. So if you already did your packet and this was super easy for you, you don't have to watch this video, okay? But if you turn this in and you miss more than one on each page, if you miss 2 on one page, 2 or more on another 2, you're going to have to do this over again, okay? So if you're not sure that you understand this, watch the video, all right? So the first thing we're going to review is telling time. There's nothing new on this page. This is review for the past 2 weeks, okay? There's a picture here of a sundial. A sundial is what they used to use to tell time, and this little point coming up right there, this was outside. The sun would go over it and would cast a shadow on this flat surface here with numbers on it, and wherever the shadow was, that's the time that it was. That's how they would tell the time. And then the clock was invented, and we had a clock. This is the face of a clock. And then later on, the digital clock was invented, which runs off either plugging into electrical outlet or on batteries, okay? So most people have this nowadays. I grew up with this, but even though this is all you see at home or at school, you need to learn how to tell time on one of these, okay? On a face clock. It's called a face, and these are called hands. All right, so right now, all you need to do is say what the hour is. We haven't learned how to do the minutes yet. So you have down here on your first clock, if you can see that, you see a line there and it says o'clock. O'clock stands of the clock. There are different ways. You can probably still tell, some people can still read a sundial, especially people who like to be out in the wilderness. So when we say o'clock to let people know that we're reading a clock like this, the new version of clocks. If you tell the time on one of these, you would not say o'clock, okay? So the big hand tells us how many minutes in the clock. Let me switch over to this. Okay. We have the big hand. This is the big hand, the little hand. The big hand tells us the minutes. We only want to read the hour right now. The little hand tells us the hour. So wherever the hand is, the little hand is, that tells us the hour. This would be 12 o'clock. You have to go all the way around for it to be 1 o'clock. All the way around is 1 hour. 1 hour is 60 minutes. I don't know if you can see that. So if you count all these little lines all the way around, there's 60 minutes. 1 hour goes to 2 o'clock. Another hour goes by, goes to 3 o'clock. So on your paper, you are going to tell what time it is based on the little hand. You're going to write your number down, and that's how you read it. For example, the first one is 8 o'clock. O'clock is an abbreviation for of the clock. So it's a review for both front and back. And your 2 pages of coins is a review also and a quiz. We're only working with, let me see. The first page is only nickels and pennies. You're going to count the nickels by 5 and the pennies by 1. So like the first one on top, there's 3 nickels and 3 pennies. Start with the highest one first. So the highest number is 5. The nickels are 5, the pennies are 1. 5, 10, 15. Then we're going to switch counting by 1 with the pennies. 16, 17, 18, and your answer is 18 cents. Okay? The third page that you can do the clock on Wednesday if you haven't already done it. Okay? For those of you who this is all review, it's too easy for you, you could probably finish it in less than an hour at home on one day. So tell the time on Wednesday, count the coins, page 14 on Thursday, and then take your quiz on Friday. So you're going to take the quiz. The quiz is on pennies, nickels, and dimes, okay? The first page, you're only counting one kind of coin at a time. The back page, you have a combination of dimes, nickels, and pennies. So make sure you don't get them mixed up. If you want, I don't have a pencil. You can draw a line. Let me go like this. Let me use my history book. You can put another piece of blank paper so you don't get your coins mixed up. So you're going to count those. After you count those, you're going to move it down and count those. Then move it down. You're going to count those. Okay? So don't get your coins mixed up. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different sets of coins that you're going to count. All right? And next week, we're going to learn how to count quarters. We're going to count quarters, and we're going to start telling the time along with minutes. So it'll be like 3 o'clock and 30 minutes, 4 o'clock and 30 minutes. That will be next week. So go ahead and work on that. Don't forget to do 30 minutes of your green books. If you don't have enough math pages out of your green book to do 30 minutes every day, let me know so I can add more pages to your math homework. All right? And that's it for your math video this week. Make sure you do your spelling every day, even though you don't have spelling video every day. All right, make sure you watch today's spelling video. Bye-bye.